Tokyo, get wrecked. I'm Nicole.
And I'm James.
And we're on the road to G-Fest, baby.
On the road to the big city.
Ooh, guys, like she said, that's my co-host.
I'm Nicole.
Yeah, and my name's James, and guess what? A stranger said a t-shirt I designed on the street was cool. Yes, validation. The first thing I ever designed in Photoshop, someone said was cool. Not the very cool-looking thing Nicole was wearing, but the one I was.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a compliment to my shirt.
Yeah, it was the one that I made. They sensed that, wow.
James.
They probably thought, wow, their 5-year-old nephew made this for them and not the 26-year-old wearing it. I was 26 at the time, baby. Ooh, Nicole, just forget it. Forget it.
I think I got it, though.
Oh, my God. Nicole's been trying to get a pimple.
Guys, I got one of those pimples that's like way underneath there where you can't really pop it, but you can feel it. And it's driving me fucking crazy.
Guys, let us know your pimple popping remedy.
Don't.
Use don't post pictures. Don't just tell us. Just tell us on Twitter at MSSPod. Give a hashtag pimple poppin'. Yeah, you better drop that, G.
I mean, you should just like leave it alone. I mean,
yeah, that is the best method. But hey, Nicole, lately I've been freezing cold all the time. And is it the weather? Is it my diet? No. The only possibility it could be is that I've become a specter. Don't know when, don't know how. But I've heard that when you're a specter, you lose your thoughts and your memories, just like Casper did. He can't keep anyone.
hey, James.
What's up?
Would you smooch a ghost?
Yeah, I would smooch a ghost hardcore. Hey, I do have a story to tell, and I would like to bring our guest in because I think this is an epic of a story. I've been waiting a few days to tell you, Nicole.
Whoa.
Yeah, hey, guys. You know him from treading the boards, doing Shakespeare on stage at Saltbox Theatrico. Or maybe you know him from, actually, he probably doesn't want me to tell where he works and see him at the box office. Or maybe he does, I don't know. But mostly you will know him from This Movie's Gay, the podcast him and I host. It is Corwyn. Say hello.
But I mean, doesn't he plug it on This Movie's Gay, though?
No, not the specific company he works for. The theater company he works for, he does.
Yeah, Sawbuck Theater Collective.
Oh,
yes,
not like
I
your
plugged
day
that.
job. Got it.
Not my
Never
day
mind.
job, but
Got it,
anyone
got it.
that has me on Facebook can see my day job. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care, but
His day job is flipping off the government. Yeah, fuck you, conservatives. That's what Corwyn's friggin' tattoos on his knuckles say. Yeah, there's a lot of multiple letters per knuckle, but hey, he's dedicated.
The government, a.k.a. birds. He just spends all day giving the bird to birds.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he punches birds.
No.
Why not, guys?
They're too fast.
Oh, shoot. Corwyn, she's calling you out for being a slowpoke. Can't even punch a bird.
2 birds, 1 fist. Come on.
Oh, yes. Oh, that actually sounded gross because of...
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah. 2 birds, 1 fist.
2 birds, 1 fist.
Disgusting.
Coming to you next summer.
Okay, so Nicole, a few nights ago, I think it was Tuesday night. That doesn't really matter because no one knows what day today is. I was like, hey, I need to go out scooting. It was around 11 p.m. And I was like, hey, I need to just push Scooter, my friggin' body dysmorphia, from it being just a violent scream in my head to just a whisper that says, hey, James, you look weird in a mirror. And
No, I think that's just our mirror.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
We have a demonic mirror.
I thought you knew.
Uh-oh.
It whispers sweet insults at you.
Uh-oh. Guys, I've been cured. I don't have body dysmorphia. It's just a demon mirror that's been, I guess, following me since the 5th grade, since my mother told me, hey, you don't want to get overweight because then your underwear will leave permanent marks around the waistband. Haha, mother, thank you for that just crippling idea in my head ever since I was a child.
I also want to point out that's not true at all.
Yeah, hey, Mom.
I feel like also like most moms say shit like that.
Fuck you. I was trying to get to that. But I let you get your point out, Nicole, because I'm a gracious host. I'm like Kim Jong-un.
No,
I'm
just-
gracious leader. I'm levitating
Why
from
are you
excitement.
moving your feet like that? Jesus.
He
what is
turns into a
happening right
crazy
now?
person.
Yeah, for the first 30 minutes, I'm full, like, I'm Corwyn punching birds over there. 2 birds, 1 fist. That's
Punching the government.
yeah. Corwyn,
What's up?
this Veterans Day, we will light a candle for you
Why?
because you're doing the government a disservice by punching them. You are the veteran in our hearts. Just think, okay, people are all like, hey, don't talk bad about the government. Well, if we didn't talk bad about the government, the United States would have never been formed. It's all about revolution. Also, this movie talks about that too, but let me get back into my story about push-scootering my
Oh,
body
yeah, what's up?
dysmorphia away. I wrote it down. That's how I was like, whoa. So normally I go up maybe like Paulina, something like that. And it dead ends at the peak of Damon. I go all the way north
Yeah, sure.
to
Just
Damon.
tell everyone where we live.
Well, no. This is a wide scope. So, okay, then I'll narrow it down and not say the street I decided to go on. So I'm going north on a different street than I normally do. I keep going north, expecting like, hey, this is going to dead end. And then all of a sudden, I see streets that I'm like, this doesn't look familiar. And I'm practically seeing pace buses. That's how far north I scootered. It was real far north. It wasn't that far north, but it was probably around where Corwyn lives.
Jeez.
Yeah, I scooted really far to the point where I'm like, okay, I will go west and then I'll get to Damon really quickly. And then unfortunately, I am scooting next to a cemetery. At night, midnight, the witching hour, and hey, I know what you're thinking, James.
That's the haunted cemetery.
Oh, shit. So, you think James loves devil shit. Yes, I do, but I don't love spooky stuff, okay? If it's friggin' the devil playing a friggin' lick from Slayer, yes, but if it's
He likes the idea of it, not the reality
No,
of
the
it.
devil, I'm okay with the reality of
No.
it. But if there's a spooky girl with like milky eyes saying like, I'm cold. No. I'm holding up a cross with my 2 index fingers saying, get out of here, she beast.
Your
And
2 Windex fingers.
no, it's index fingers. Yeah, you can scrub them away.
2 index,
weep,
like.
weep, weep.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, guys, I'm doing window wipers on my glasses with my Windex fingers. That's a new phrase, guys.
Got it.
Windex. Hashtag Windex fingers if you believe us.
Copyright.
If you believe it's out there, let us know, X-Files. Hashtag Windex fingers. So not only this, I say, hey, I'll keep going, but I'm going to cross the street. I start scooting on the cross
So
of
you're
the
not
street.
by the
Yes, I don't
cemetery?
want to be by the cemetery. I get another block up. Guess what? I'm sandwiched in between 2 cemeteries. I keep
You
going.
fucked up.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Then I get to Western. That is letting me go the other way. However, this cemetery is like, it's a goddamn neighborhood. That it's so
Yeah.
many blocks, so many.
Huge.
I keep going and going. Okay,
Oh, yeah, it's that. Is it the one that's near us?
maybe it's like
It's
on
north.
Western.
It's north of y'all.
like Western and
Yeah,
Bryn
yeah,
Mawr
I've-
between those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
So
walked over there.
I was constantly thinking anyone, like even a scary person who's just chilling out there was going to, I burped, was going to, oh no, I have the hiccups actually. Oh no. So I'm just scooting. Practically what I was thinking was if I were Nicole lost in this situation, you would have just said, screw it, I need to make a life up north because you're bad at directions. Nicole's just death staring me right now. Death staring?
No, I'm just like, okay. And what's the rest of the story?
I don't know. I have to read what I wrote down, baby.
You don't remember it?
Well, and then once I got to, no, yeah, that's the end. I figured out, I got to, I think, Bryn Mawr or whatever it was, and then I was able to scoot back home, but it was scary as hell. I also saw some street youths.
Why the
Ugh.
fuck did you tell that story that way?
Tell the story what way?
You made me think like you saw a ghost or something.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Though
That
I
was
just looked
so
up, and
dissatisfying.
that's not the cemetery I was thinking of that has the ghost.
Okay.
There is a
whew.
ghostly cemetery, though. There's a famous Chicago ghost story.
It's probably
Nice.
the one that we went to.
What one you went to? Oh, for one of the
on that
tours?
bus tour.
Yeah. Oh, the one that is no longer there, but they know people are buried underneath.
Yeah, and there
No.
was like a tomb there
Yeah.
or whatever.
And they say a lady in a white dress walks to the sunset and comes back as the sun rises. Oh, no, I can't say that anymore. Car Ranger.
Yeah, he made that up.
Oh, no, that part's true.
Oh, okay.
The sunset thing, yeah. Oh, because you didn't go outside.
No, I was fucking pissed at you.
Hey, I paid that dollars. I wanted to
No,
know
I
about
was
spooky
outside,
ghosts.
and I was like, "Can we just stand back here, farther away from the fucking tomb?" And you were like, "No, I'm gonna go up there where it's real spooky." And I was like, "Fuck you," because now I'm back here by myself,
Gotta make him sage
unprotected.
himself.
We should get a freaking sledgehammer and break into that tomb and see if there is actually Jesus in there.
Don't desecrate tombs.
I'm not desecrating it. I'm doing like a Property Brothers. Oh my God, only if my brother talked to me, we could do it for real. We Property Brothers tombs that people don't know what's inside with sledgehammers.
It's definitely gonna be dead people.
And it's definitely going to give you ghosts.
Oh.
You're going to have ghosts.
Oh, no. This is what happens. The sledgehammer becomes infused with ghost power, and then I can call upon them like in fantasy. And then it's like we can smash out anyone. We can friggin' hit birds out of the sky with ghost power.
Would it just be like Ghost Property Brothers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Property Brothers Adventures?
Oh, yes, I like this.
But that just sounds like it's a spin-off of the actual show.
It sounds like a mashup of the shows where Zach
Yeah.
Bagan and whatever those twins' names, I don't think they're twins. Are they twins? Yeah, they're twins. They're just
Yeah.
hanging out, and Zach Bagan's like, "Ghost, show yourselves!" And then the Property Brothers pick up a
Zach Bagan's
sledgehammer.
like, "Fuck you, Ghost."
Yeah. They pick up a sledgehammer and they're like, "I think they're behind this wall," and they smash out the wall. They don't find a ghost, but what they do find is an open floor plan.
God damn it.
Yes. I hope that's a real laugh by Corwyn.
It was
I-
a dumb laugh.
Yes, those are my
Oh
favorite.
my God.
Hey guys, we watched a fucking great movie today.
Did we?
We watched an interesting movie.
Okay, before we get into it, like Final
No,
Wars.
I'm just saying, like, are we finally talking about this, or are we just gonna keep talking about other stuff?
Ghosts.
I think we should. Do you want to keep talking about ghosts?
No, that's fine.
We can talk about the movie.
What about Caspers? Specters, as I am one now?
Not fucking Caspers.
You're dating a friggin' Spectre now. How does that make you feel?
Scared.
Oh, don't worry. I won't drain your life just yet.
Good thing ghosts can manipulate technology.
Oh, I thought you were going to say manipulate children's voices. That's what,
What?
demons do that. They can
I know. Why would I say that?
I don't know, because then we can
I'm saying because you like to record and shit.
Oh yeah.
If you couldn't interact with technology, how would we be doing this podcast right now?
Shoot, you guys are right. This is digitally recorded.
Duh.
But what I was going to say is, if we ever go to a restaurant where there's a 12 and under get in free,
Sure.
aka eat free, there's no cover charge for most restaurants. I could manipulate a child's voice and they'd think I was a child. And guess what? I eat for free.
I'm going to make a restaurant with a cover charge just so that you can't eat for free, James.
Will children get in for free?
No.
Okay, then I won't go there. There's billions of other restaurants, Corwyn. Oh, we could finally get food from the Happy Meal options. Because even though you can order a Happy Meal as an adult, they still look down on you. And I have bad self-esteem.
I see people ordering kids' meals often because they're cheaper than normal meals.
But they probably...
And they still fill you up.
The people probably think, oh, they're buying this for a child, but I make sure I order it. I say, yes, I'd like a Happy Meal, the Hot Wheels toy with it. And just so you know, don't worry, I had a vasectomy once. No children in my future.
I mean, they're looking at you like that because you keep telling everyone that you got a vasectomy, and that's not surface level conversation that you have with a cashier, James.
Nicole, you have to stop picking at that.
It's like my face is like it's seriously like numb now because I just pinched at it so much.
You want to know what? Spray some of my back spray on it. It truly will make it numb.
I said it's already numb.
Oh, like that song that Johnny Cash covered? Didn't he do a numb song? No, I'm thinking of
fucking
Linkin
know.
Park. He did that. My scars will make me bleed.
Sure, man.
Bleed. Johnny Cash, cocaine.
Oh, God. There's a Johnny Cash song I really like, but I think it's something to
It's
do
9 Inch Nails.
No,
I mean, it's a cover of 9 Inch Nails, if that's what we're thinking of.
That's
Yeah.
what you're thinking of.
Uh-oh, no, he's thinking of that cocaine song that he sung at that prison, and the prisoners were like, whoa, we're getting howdy
Hurt.
doodah. Yeah, that's the
Yep.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah. That's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know music except for Johnny Cash, Hurt,
Yeah.
and Beyonce.
Whoa. Do you say the Beehive or the Bayhive?
I have never said either of those,
Okay.
actually.
Which one would you say in reference to Beyonce?
I like Bayhive, I think.
Oh, man, people are going to, the true Beehive is going to come after you.
I mean, I'm immune. It's
Oh,
fine.
shoot. I forgot. He has that ghost hammer. Because he's hitting friggin' government pigeons.
Okay,
Thought
can
I
we
was-
seriously talk about Godzilla now?
Yeah, guys.
Like, that was a joke earlier, and then you just made it real.
Hey, that's my life. My parents cracked wise about some goddamn four-eyed, back-hurting, chronic masturbator, and then guess what? Came to realization in 9 months. Ooh, were you guys both doing that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It was a nice score to what I was saying. But guys, we watched Shin Godzilla today for our Road to G-Fest. And normally I have this like crazy in a panic summary, but who do we have today who normally on our podcast, This Movie's Gay?
Got him.
Got me. How? Okay, so
It'd be great
I
if he
need
was
to-
prepared.
I also need to explain what I'm doing. You're
Okay.
just going right into it.
I'm just going right into it. You're welcome.
Because he's like, get this shit done.
When we have guests on This Movie's Gay, Corwyn makes the guest, usually on the podcast, will tell them, hey, you need to summarize this movie we just watched. Well, guess what? I'm doing that to Corwyn and also make it absurd.
I love that James is making me do this because the first few times I made guests do that, James was like, we don't make them do that. And I was like, we do now, James. We do now.
And now
they're
we make-
doing that.
We make Corwyns do that for movies.
Okay, so basically what happens in this movie, there's a big ol' like water explosion in the beginning and a tunnel collapses and it looks like blood and dead bodies and shit, but it's not, I guess. It's just Godzilla's gills and shit spitting out radiation and weird red shit.
I think that
And
is
then-
blood.
Shh, just let him.
Okay.
Just let him
Weird
talk.
blood shit. I don't know. I don't know. There were all those social media posts that were in Japanese that I couldn't read. So it might have
Untranslated. I was like,
untranslated.
cool.
You could see the button, though, that said see translation, but we couldn't click it because it's a movie.
I want to click the C translation. So what happens is everyone in the government's like, in the Japanese government's freaking out. They're like, what's this? And this one guy's like, it's a monster. And they're like, nah, it's not. And then suddenly it's a monster. And they're like, oh shit, it's a monster. And then they're like, oh, it's just going to stay there. We don't have to, attack it or anything. It's just going to stay there. It can't get on land. And then it gets on land and it's got these big ass googly eyes and it looks weird as hell. And then it just kind of walks through the city a lot. And then we just see a bunch of scenes of people trying to deliberate and to figure out what to do with Godzilla. And then it evolves and starts walking on its hind legs. And then it goes back into the ocean or the bay and then sits there for a bit. And we see more deliberation about it. And then he comes back out. And then suddenly he's got fire breath and plasma after he's being attacked. And he destroys the city with it. And then he goes back and sits in the city for a bit. And then more deliberation. And then they try to give him stuff to make him freeze, and then he blows more shit up, and then he freezes and turns to stone.
Yeah, you did it, Corwyn. In one breath. I'll edit out all the
That
breaths,
was-
don't worry.
I mean, did I breathe?
I think in between laughter you did, Nicole, just don't worry about the pimple. Nicole has her shirt pressed onto, well, the shirt is still on, of course, pressed
Yeah.
onto where this pimple is.
So that I'll stop messing with it.
Road to G-Fest and Nicole's pimple.
Was
Ooh.
Oh.
So, Corwyn, we asked you this a little bit before, which we probably should have waited. What is your experience with Godzilla?
My experience with Godzilla. So I am sure I've seen more Godzilla movies than I can remember. The only two I can remember, though, are the most recent one, not the most recent, the one before the most recent one, the American one, where they went to Hawaii and shit. And then I also remember seeing the one in like the 90s or whatever, where Godzilla attacks New York and has babies.
Yeah.
So the American versions.
Yeah, I've seen those. I'm pretty sure I've also seen some cartoons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I also went to Hawaii after I graduated from college. So I went to Kailua Ranch, which is where that 96 Godzilla was filmed, I believe.
Wait,
Some of it. Something, I don't know. I know there was a big old Godzilla egg, and I had a picture of it. It's
Oh.
also where they filmed scenes from Jurassic Park. So I got to see some of that. So
Whoa.
that's some experience with Godzilla. Also, I remember when I was younger, I had an animatronic Godzilla toy that would
Nice.
walk.
man,
Cute.
your parents were loaded.
That's the only toy I remember from my childhood.
Yeah. I think my parents just didn't want to buy me toys.
I remember.
I don't know. It sounded like you had a lot of toys. You had a lot of toys when we fucking moved
Oh,
here.
But those I was into Batman the animated series for probably all 4 seasons, so those were accumulated. And then also some were my
Okay.
brothers.
And yeah, you had a lot.
Yeah, those were like $6
And that's
toys.
as an adult. Like those are the ones that you were weeded out and you kept.
Yeah, those were actually, besides Beyblade and Toy Story, which, God, I wish I still had both. I had the coolest Toy Story toys because I was really into it when it came out. And Beyblades are cool, right, Corwyn?
I never had Beyblades. I had Bionicles.
Oh, Bionicles, my brother loved. He once had my parents, speaking of Happy Meals, had my parents drive him to all the McDonald's when Bionicle was in the Happy Meal. He would call up all of them and was like, do you have the green one? You do? Okay, can you like hold one for me? And then my parents would drive him across town to that McDonald's just to buy the toy.
That's dedication.
Yeah, he loved Bionicle. Did you ever use Connects?
No.
It was like Legos, but they had like the long pieces and you connected them. You could make roller coasters out of them too.
No, I didn't have those. I did have regular Legos.
I thought
And that's
Legos.
the extent of the toy history I remember. And then I had like, Nintendo 64 and like
Nice.
Super Nintendo,
Nice.
Game Boys.
Hell yes.
Those were fun.
You're doing better than I did.
Eh.
I only got game stations when my dad's employees were like, hey, I don't want this game station anymore. Give it to your kids.
Mostly I just went to my neighbor's house because they had more.
Yes.
Like we usually only had a couple games or something like that, but they usually had a bunch of games and other systems that we didn't have. So-
Nicole, what were
Yeah.
your toys like?
At what point in my life?
I don't know. Let's say 10 years old.
What grade are you in when you're 10?
Don't know. 4th?
Well, I think like 5th and 6th grade, I was really into Littlest Pet Shop.
Whoa, Littlest Pet Shop of Horror?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I still have all those. They're at my mom's house.
Oh, are they worth a pretty penny?
I doubt it.
Uh-oh, guys, hashtag Littlest Pet Shop. I don't know why. If you have the toys, send us a picture. See if Nicole will outbid you for some on, I don't know.
What?
Why would Nicole bid on those?
I don't know, guys. Let's
Now
talk.
you're just saying things you don't know.
You're just saying words
You're
now.
just talking.
Hi.
You don't have to. You don't have to be funny all the time.
You gotta
You don't
learn.
always have to try to say something witty or weird or quirky.
The wittiest, weirdest, and quirkiest thing I can
Oh
think
my
of
God fucking damn it.
would probably be like, I went to a bed and breakfast in Brooklyn, and you know what I saw? Someone doing the New York crossword puzzle. And forward, up, and down was freaking duties. The wittiest, funniest, the other thing you said, all
Quirky?
in one. Quirky, yeah. Oh, and you want to know what? They were also watching Pushing Daisies. Oh no, the wittiest, quirkiest thing would be a Pushing Daisies Gilmore Girls crossover.
Was that witty though?
If Lauren Graham said it, it would be. Would it not, Nicole?
Just cricket chirping while Nicole.
No, Nicole's still messing with her pimple.
Because you're just saying nonsense over there,
Then
man.
what I need you to do is fully interrupt me.
Okay.
We want to talk about Shin Godzilla.
Oh, what did you think of the movie?
Okay.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
It was you said that it was a political statement. It was, yeah, I've never seen a movie that it was all about. It seemed to all be about the bureaucracy of dealing with a large monster threat. It was interesting.
Yeah.
The gill thing was disgusting, and the
Absolutely.
baby Godzilla that Nicole has a plushie of is weird looking, and
He's my Google Eye baby.
he's a Google Eye little bitch, little
He-
bitchy Godzilla.
Has somehow become very loved in the fandom to do chibi art like an anime style and make him look extra derpy.
Yeah,
It
'cause
looks
he's just
like-
so derpy.
He looks like what are those little derpy dogs with the cross eye, the big old bulging eyes?
A pug?
A pug. He looks like a pug.
Oh yeah.
He's a little pug, a little lizard pug.
Except he can breathe better.
Well, I mean, he spit out a bunch of red gunk, bloody stuff.
Yeah. If you
So
had
could he breathe better?
If you had gills, would you how would you maintain them?
What?
Would you have
All right, James.
would you do-
I'm okay.
would you have scale polish or
Okay,
maybe
so I
pierce
was
them?
impressed just by how many fucking people are in this movie.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I like the fact that they acknowledged it by just labeling everyone almost every time they came on the screen, because it's you don't fucking know who these people are because there's so many.
And there are too many departments in the government. If you went to a department store with that many departments, you'd be confused.
All right, James. I am.
Stores and governments are different, James.
There's still too many.
Corwyn and I talked about how it was weird hearing anime voiceover people on a live
real
action
person?
set.
Yeah.
The way they did this, having anime people dub this opposed to what they used to do, which was go to Hong Kong and have voice actors from there do it. This is so much better than old ones.
Because they're already trained and know how to do it. They're experienced and they're really good at it.
It's just really funny hearing people from Full Metal Alchemist and random Funimation
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
doing. You're like, oh,
Wait, what
okay.
the fuck?
The Führer
I was
is
like,
the
that's
prime minister
fucking-
or somebody. I
that's
guess I don't
fucking-
know.
Death the Kid.
Corwyn, will you leave me to Texas when you get
I'm not
voiceover
going
work?
to Texas.
Oh, thank God.
I might go to LA.
Corwyn, will you leave me to LA when you get voiceover work?
I don't know what that
Probably.
means.
Oh no.
Unless the voiceover industry changes again, which it's a very dynamic industry and it changes a lot, and especially in the recent years. If it changes more and voiceover work is done nationally for everything, including video game work, then yes, I would. But so far in Chicago, there's only been a few video games that have been done. The biggest one was Watch Dogs, and then even the studio that did the Mortal Kombat games and Injustice and stuff, they are based in Chicago, but they do their voiceover work in LA.
Boo.
So gotta go.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do.
Kinda gotta.
Kind of gotta.
We're gonna have to get better internet so we could Skype this movie's gay.
We're gonna have to just develop our own fucking video game.
Oh.
Develop your own video game. Also, they have recording. There's phone lines you can do that are high quality recording. So I don't know anything about that. I just know
Well,
it exists.
We would just do we would want to get anything that has 0 latency, so we could that you would just record your own tracks on yours, and then I would record my own tracks here, and then we would just sync them up that way. But we don't need to get into shop talk. You're not moving yet.
No, it'll be a couple years probably.
Oh, man. As this movie's gay needs to just jettison in popularity.
If it jettisoned in popularity, then I could just fly out to LA and record and then fly back.
Oh, I was going to say you don't even need the voiceover work.
I wouldn't need the voiceover work. I just want the voiceover work. Like, that's what I want to do.
He's like Alexander Hamilton, never going to be satisfied.
Hey guys,
Never going to be satisfied.
what about those thick as
Thighs?
thighs?
Is this the thickest of thighs, any
the
Godzilla?
thickest of thighs.
Godzilla.
I think like comparatively to the rest of his body, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he didn't have arms at first. He
Yeah.
just had little nubs,
Just
and he was
all
like,
thighs.
"I'm gonna climb up on this building and knock it down." Why? I don't know. I just want to climb on the
I'm
building.
just gonna shove my head into all these cars.
He was literally a baby.
Yeah.
You've heard of hourglass figures or
It
like
was like 90% thigh.
or like
The pair.
I was gonna say a gourd because it's long on the top and then just thick on the
What'd
bottom.
you say?
Well, that's usually what pair
Gourdzilla?
is.
Oh yes, Gourdzilla. No, but pears are like rounded still at the top. This is just a straight long thing, and then like I'm
Like a
now,
broom?
I'm also gesturing at ball and testicles with my hand gestures.
You're cradling
I don't
it?
know why you were like pulling on it like
Oh, no, I'm
like
saying like
a-
it's long.
It's
I'm saying
you're pulling on it like it's an old timey doorbell, like boop boop.
and then down here are his thighs.
James's gesturing is
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow,
a little
wow.
intense.
Wow.
That's what I think whenever I see you in the morning. I go, wow, 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 whoa.
Oh geez.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to some of these notes.
Okay.
My beautiful Nicole.
I thought Shin Godzilla had 3 forms, but he has 4.
4 forms.
Which are his 4 though?
I don't know. They
So
said
is-
like they said in his.
Oh, I know.
So it was baby form, and then it was
baby with
on
arms.
no baby on land
Oh, yeah.
form, and then it was baby with arms form, and then it went back into the ocean. It came back and it was like full grown,
Yes.
big boy Godzilla.
Because I wrote 3 when the movie started, and then they said it's his 4th form, and I was like, oh fuck.
He's like Frieza. I don't know how many forms Frieza has.
Nobody does.
Hey, Frieza, it's just the fandom can't even grasp. No one knows.
I was confused about the U.S. Department of Energy's interactions with Japan. It's like, why is this a thing? I don't understand. I don't know our infrastructure enough to be able to say what the Department of Energy has to do with foreign policies.
I believe what was happening was they saw that Godzilla was,
Radiation.
radiation, and it was regenerating with nuclear fission. So they were probably thinking, oh, we could examine this body and figure out how this is doing it, and then use that information to have better energy sources that are renewable.
I mean, we have plenty of renewable energy sources available.
Yeah, but
You asked.
the government's weird. You know that. You like to punch them with a friggin' sledgehammer.
And then I also, if we agree to let the UN nuke us, they'll help us rebuild. Like, what?
Well, that should be a given.
No, but it's like, if we don't agree to let them nuke us and they do it anyway, they're not going to help us rebuild?
That would be like, hey, let me punch you, and if you do,
I had an example.
Oh, yes.
It's, hey, let me stab you, and if you do let me stab you, I'm going to stitch you up. But if you
Yes.
don't let me stab you, I'm still going to stab you. You're just going to be stabbed.
yeah, mine was I punch you, and then I will, put concealer on it to help you out.
I like the stabbing.
Yes.
This is more visceral, more damage
Classic
done.
James.
Mine also was borderline. It made me think of domestic violence, so that's why I was like, nah, that's probably no.
Knife stabbing is better.
Yeah, knife stabbings are always.
When you have the choice, choose a knife.
Yeah, guys.
Oh.
But what makes a knife? It's got to be sharp and it's got to be pokey, and you have to hold it in your hands.
There's a guy on YouTube that makes knives out of like anything. He made a knife out of smoke.
No.
Yeah.
Corwyn, what the fuck are you watching?
It's all over the internet. There are memes about
oh
it.
my gosh.
Dang. Dude's got a smoke knife.
Well, what he did is he took a pan and then like basically put it over the flame so that the soot collected into it, and then he scraped all that out and did that a bunch, so he had a bunch of soot. That's the right word, right? Or am I just Southern?
I think it is.
So, and then he put that together and did his knife thing and made a knife and then sharpened it and cut veggies with it.
Whenever I go to a swimming pool, I make a knife, a jackknife, leaping off that diving board.
No, that's a knife. Someone had to say it.
Thank you.
I'm glad you did.
I have, or maybe most of my notes were that sandwiched ghost story.
We were watching Godzilla, Nicole, and while we were doing that, James was just writing down a ghost story. He's like,
Feverishly writing
fucking write this ghost story.
this non-ghost ghost story.
I wrote that 3 nights ago. Nicole, you want to know what I do want to say? If my dad ever listens to this, you ever heard other kids have trust funds? Why the fuck don't I have one, Dad? Why don't you have me a trust fund?
I feel like
I don't have a
you
trust
should
fund.
probably like ask your dad actually.
Daddy.
And not just a microphone.
Daddy.
Just go up to him, Daddy, where's my trust fund? Daddy.
Daddy, give me money, please. And then my dad will say, this has to be a bit. You have never been this kind
Money,
of person.
please.
Exactly. You guys, what's better?
You guys.
Do you have something to say, or were you just making fun of me? Okay. Or making fun with me? Underwater tunnel versus overwater bridge. Which do you prefer?
I mean, they both got destroyed.
But which one scares you less? Because I will cry in one
Underwater.
of them.
You'll
Yes.
cry underwater.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm guessing some like claustrophobia things.
No, I don't trust human engineering.
That's why I don't really ride roller coasters.
Yeah.
I don't trust human engineering.
Oh, I meant to say that on This Movie's Gay this week.
This week.
The one with TC, you guys were talking about carnival rides. I forgot to say that too.
Oh.
I used to scoot over the bridge downtown, one of the bridges, and I would be terrified to do it. I would get very compact and like bring the scooter down low. So because also I'm afraid someone will just run up to me and push me over the edge.
That's what I'm afraid of on the trains, on the platforms.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always, and especially when people are like walking along those, like people are standing there, it's all packed, and you have to walk along the blue or yellow plasticky strip. I'm like, if someone fucking touches me, they're going down with me.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna trip or something.
That too. I'm clumsy. They're going down with me.
Ugh.
Better make sure I don't trip.
So even though I am afraid of bridges, underwater tunnel also doesn't that seem harder to build and maintain? Hey guys, if we have any engineers out there, hashtag underwater tunnel, let us know how those are even made.
They just go hashtag Google it yourself.
I should.
I mean, how do you think they build like bridges and things?
I don't know. I'm even a doc.
The Romans have been doing that. Like, this has been an engineering marvel for years,
I'm even.
centuries even.
I don't even understand in a low water lake how a deck is built on that. Like how it's kept there. You know, do they cement it in? And if they do cement it in, well, how are they digging a hole in the water
Yeah,
below?
there's like long ass fucking poles.
It's crazy, guys. What
Not
we can do
really.
as humans.
You should. I have no comment on it because I don't have a degree in engineering. But you should look it up.
Jesus Christ.
I have seen depictions where I know older civilizations would make a structure. They would make a structure somehow in the water where they would get the water out of it so that they could, build on the floor without there being water. And it just looks like a logs like logs around, like a little fortress or something.
Dang.
I've seen an illustration. That's it. That's the extent of my
Do you
knowledge.
think they put that structure in and then like got someone with like a little sand bucket to just like bucket out the water?
No.
I have no idea, James.
Or do you think they had someone like a bunch of people with straws to go like then spit it
No.
out on the side?
Definitely. That's exactly what they did. Probably.
They probably just pushed it.
Pushed it?
Yup.
They
like they water bended the water out.
Oh shit.
No, they just built it on land and then pushed it into the water so water wouldn't get in it.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, ladies, yeah.
It's like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where they like go under the boat and then
It traps
Walk
an air
it.
bubble.
they walk it under the
Yeah,
ocean.
That's so terrifying.
Or that time
But so
they
cool.
friggin' just parted the sea.
Or that time they flipped upside down.
Oh shit, or that time Jack Sparrow said, I'm a quirky man. And then he had a pirate on his shoulder and he was like, you better not poopy.
He had a small
He
pirate
had
on
a
his shoulder.
pirate on his shoulder.
Yeah. That's what.
Okay.
Oh, I meant a parrot.
He had a mini pirate on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Tiny pirate.
Would you not consider a monkey who's on this pirate ship to also be a fellow pirate?
Wait, so you meant a monkey,
You mean a
not
monkey,
a parrot?
not a parrot?
No, I'm just saving face, baby.
Oh my
trying to
god.
say-
No,
Save
but
it.
okay, but what I was saying with that is, would not a parrot also be considered a fellow pirate? Hey, zombies versus pirates, who wins? Oh,
The
it's
parrot.
2006.
What were we talking about?
Bridges?
Bridges and underwater bridges. I feel like in terms of if a disaster happens, being on a bridge, you have more of a chance to survive than being in the underwater bridge
Yeah.
that breaks. Unless there's like a little escape hatch that you go into, which you see in a lot of movies.
Absolutely. Nicole, final thoughts on it.
What's up?
Bridge or, bridge or water?
I already said water. Or which one is what?
Bridge or...
I already said my answer.
Okay, guys,
Just
rewind.
rewind.
Jinx.
You said underwater bridge, but in the sense that James would be afraid of underwater bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
your choice would be over water bridge.
guys, that origami.
I thought since it was in different colors that what the solution would be is to like do one of those things where you shine the color on it and then it shows a different story.
Oh yeah.
You know, like 3D glasses sort of work.
Like
Yep.
fucking national treasure, bitches.
Yeah, I thought it would be a national treasure sort of thing. And instead they were like origami. I was like, how did you get that solution?
Because
And
there was
how
a
did you-
crane.
I know it was a crane, but they didn't fold it like a crane.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, how'd they know like what shape
Where to
fold it in?
Like, were there points?
But they could have just like, because they had like multiple versions, so they probably just like printed out a bunch of them, and everyone just like folded one to figure out.
They're like, yeah, I'll fold this until it makes sense.
Yeah,
and then even when they
exactly.
folded it, I was like, that still don't make no sense to me. I don't get it.
yeah, I don't know. I was like,
It's a bunch of
I was like,
points.
sure, okay.
I was trying to find my iPod to Google Birdcage to find that actress who you guys kept saying was a national treasure. And then I would say, you know who is a national treasure, that person. But the joke wouldn't work. Now, Franklin, stop
What?
meowing. You weren't there. Hey, guys, check out This Movie's Gay, Corwyn and me.
Okay, well, you didn't say that at all. You said that we were saying someone was a national treasure, and that did not.
They were saying
happen.
Christine Baranski was a
Yes.
national treasure.
Yeah, baby.
Nobody said that.
Nicole, you have to watch Birdcage. Hey, guys, if you love Birdcage, tweet at us. MSS Birdcage.
The movie
Baby.
with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane and Christine Baranski, national treasure.
Nicole, what
Okay.
are... But, yeah, okay. So the origami...
Cool, so we're just going to talk about Birdcage now.
I don't know why you brought that up.
Because you guys were saying national treasure.
Guys, this
talking
is
about-
the intermission
okay.
where we talk about Birdcage.
Remember that Fort Minor song, Birdcage? Or wait, no,
Why
maybe
do you keep going with this?
Wait,
what were you
no.
saying
What are
about
you
the origami?
talking about?
I want to know origami.
that might be a Leprechaun song that he sampled Fort Minor. So never mind about that, guys.
Are we done with the origami? Are we moving on? Or is there one more thing?
I felt like Corwyn was like, "What the? This makes no sense," which it doesn't.
It didn't make
But
sense
they,
at all.
instead of explaining it, they just said, "This is fact," and they did not explain it. So I was like, "Yeah, it works. It checks out."
They did explain it, but just like really confusing.
Yeah, and they were saying they were structures for a chemical and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know.
It's
I'm
creative.
not
I'll give
a
you that.
scientist. There's a bunch of
Wow.
points.
They
James
must.
joked about it being a QR code.
Oh yeah, but hey, they must have been high while writing this to come up with this winky doodle things.
The thing I love the
Oh,
most
no.
about the movie is that they would like make a plan and then suddenly someone would pull out a rendered like drawing or something of that nature of what they were talking about for like the crane thing to inject stuff into Godzilla's mouth.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, we could use something like this." Boom, and like pulled it up. And I'm like, "Where did you get that? How did you have time to print that off? I saw you. You went to a meeting 5 minutes ago, and then you were like, we got another meeting in 5 minutes."
Wouldn't it be cool if you had those cranes come to you, but it was filled with Go-Gurt?
That's disgusting.
And they just injected Go-Gurt into your mouth throughout the
It's
day?
just a hot yogurt.
No. It's like an ice cream truck.
I know, I was
It's
trying to
got a
make it
freezer
funny.
section.
Yeah, it has a nice coolant and
A refrigerated truck.
yeah,
It's a
ooh,
refrigerated crane truck that injects yogurt into your mouth.
like the ice truck killer
It's
from
not
Dexter.
sexual, I swear.
Oh my god, it's Go-Gurt.
Hey guys, if you want to see me just shoot Go-Gurt in my mouth,
God, no.
give us a hashtag
I don't-
Go-Gurt mouth.
Make sure you cradle the balls.
I don't need that showing up on my feed anymore.
It'll be on MSS Pod.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys.
my God.
Hashtag
It'll be in the
Go-Gurt mouth.
story, so you better.
You better watch out.
you
Don't
better
click on the story. You'll see some
updated.
Go-Gurt.
Oh, or don't do it. right. You don't want to see it.
I don't want to see that.
Okay, if we get 2, hey guys, I have my fingers crossed. Really, all I want is 1. If I get 2 people doing a hashtag Go-Gurt mouth,
People.
I'll do it.
Do
So you're saying
what?
just Nicole and I doing
You will
hashtag
build a tiny
No.
refrigerated truck
Nope.
with a straw.
No, he's just gonna squirt Go-Gurt
and
onto his own
shoot
mouth.
it into your teeth.
Corwyn
That's
got it, but it's going
You're
to
just
be.
smiling and it does with your like teeth are closed.
He's gonna be smiling. He's not gonna show the Go-Gurt tube at all. It's just gonna be just suddenly chunky
No.
white stuff on his face.
Go-Gurt isn't chunky.
It's pureed. So what I will do is just as
Where do you get your Go-Gurt?
I haven't had Go-Gurt in a while. I'm thinking of Greek yogurt at this point.
shove Greek yogurt into a Go-Gurt sleeve, and that's what I'll do. But here's what I want to do. It's just as forcefully as I can, just like, and quickly, just like gripping and tugging, baby.
Stop making that motion while you're talking about Go-Gurt tubes.
And then it just flings right on my face and tries to get in my mouth. Mm-hmm. I could post that on Pornhub, baby.
Like I said, it's not
could.
sexual.
You could.
God, I should start doing
So enough
food porn.
about Birdcage.
That has nothing to do with Birdcage.
Okay. What else do I have? What are some of my starred stuff? Hey guys, a stranger on the street said my shirt design was cool.
I said enough about Birdcage.
I also like that everyone still went to work while a monster was attacking.
Yeah, until they just said, hey, everyone in the city is unemployed now.
Also, evacuate
Oh, yeah.
now. Everyone is evacuated. Just kidding.
Yeah.
There's old people there.
Guys,
Those
ooh,
old
baby.
people.
Oh, silly old people.
We did say that if this happened in America, there would be an immediate response with weapons.
Oh, yeah.
If it happened in New York,
If
you
it happened
guys
in New
are
York,
saying
I said we wouldn't even have to wait for the government. There'd be people shooting at
Yeah.
Godzilla with their normal guns.
Not normal guns, very heavy guns. Because for some reason,
Just shot
normal
America,
people...
that's a normal gun.
Yes, okay, that's okay.
I just imagined a bunch of people with shotguns.
I imagined everyone with old-timey muskets. Standing there with the thing, like the shoving the gunpowder and the bullet in there, and they're like,
Jesus.
"Hold on, we're reloading, Godzilla. You better fucking stay there."
It's just a bunch of
Googly eyes.
a bunch of bros come and they're like, "Hey, we've been freezing these paintballs for a special occasion," and just start firing frozen paintballs
Oh God,
at them.
that sounds so painful.
Yeah, didn't you ever like people used to do that in Muskegon?
My brother and I had paintball guns. We never froze the paintballs. Thank
Yeah.
God. That would have fucking hurt.
Oh, it would have been devilish.
Ugh.
Hey, bros are crazy.
Getting hit by paintball is crazy.
So they said, "Hey, the government is destroyed and we will be able to rebuild it, right?" I think Shin Godzilla was an inside job. They said, "Hey, we need to tear it down to build it up." Someone made the Godzilla and this is what happened.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just saying, inside job.
cool.
Nicole, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
When the city's on fire, it's so dope. When he blasts out the fire and then
He
starts
just
doing the
opens up his
spine.
fucking jaw.
God,
That was gross.
The effects in this
That's
were
awesome.
amazing.
He
I
just
mean, some of
opened
them
up his
weren't, but I
jaw.
was like, if they had to sacrifice some effects on the trains and airplanes to make Godzilla look more dope, I'm fine with it.
I was laughing at the effects in the beginning because honestly, if a googly-eyed Godzilla came at me in the street,
Oh.
I would die laughing. I would just be laughing and it'd run over me.
Bleeding on you?
It'd just be googly eyes. I'm just like,
No.
that fuck.
When I first saw this, that's what I thought too. Until it started bleeding, I was like, God, this looks so stupid.
It didn't start bleeding until like later. It would have already run me over by the time it started bleeding.
Yeah.
I would have been laughing. Just like this fucking.
But then everyone around you would be like, is Corwyn really laughing right now?
You'll never know.
He's a mimic, guys, and he mimics, I guess, an audience member at the Big Bang Theory.
How dare you?
You laugh so hard like those audience members.
Isn't that all recorded laugh from I Love Lucy?
I don't know.
That's what most of the laugh tracks are these days.
Is it really not a live audience recording?
It's a live audience recording from I Love Lucy.
Oh, no. I mean, like, is it really not, like, live
moment?
recorded?
No.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
No.
Then why
Did you not
do
know
them?
that?
Then why do a laugh track?
So that the audience knows when to laugh.
That's so stupid. For the first 4 seasons, it got to the 5th season of How I Met Your Mother I was watching. And then all of a sudden I was like, there's a fucking laugh track. The 5th season in, they start a laugh track. And then it clicked in my head. I was like, oh, there's been a laugh track this
The
entire
entire time.
How did I not notice that?
because there was a joke that you didn't laugh at.
Oh, that could be it. God, How I Met Your Mother's good, though.
Eh.
Oh, man, Corwyn's heating on multi-camera sitcoms. But Corwyn, what notes do you
I
have?
think you're better than me.
Oh my God. I had the people have to go to work, which sucks. Ha.
Do you have written down?
And then I have that they were like, okay, we've got to leave this meeting to go to this meeting. And then they're like, all right, go back to this other meeting. There's just so many meetings.
It was
What's
also
going on, y'all?
We have to go to this specific fancier room for this other meeting.
And then they're like, let's go back to this other room
Yep.
for this meeting. It was, yeah, that was
Frank-
interesting. Then there was also the informal team of freaks, apparently, that were the informal
Yeah, that
squad,
was-
the government suicide squad, if you will. is
Yeah.
what-
That was funny.
like,
When
okay.
they actually had it was the task force. What was that? It was like unidentified creature task force or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like kind of introducing it, and the main guy was like, "We're in crisis mode. There are no titles or seniority, so speak freely." And then right after that, the next guy is basically just like, "All right, shitheads, I'm in charge." I was just like, "What the fuck?" No, but
me
he
in a
literally
meeting.
said, "I'm in charge," and I was like, "He literally what?"
Me in a meeting.
You gotta have someone in charge.
All right, everyone, speak for the all of that. Do your own thing.
Nobody's in charge.
Nobody's in charge.
Immediately,
I'm in charge.
Okay, I'm in charge.
Okay, come to me. What he said was stupid.
That's the alpha. He's like, oh, these are a bunch of beta punks. I can just get in here.
Bunch of riffraff.
Yeah, and I'm the leader of these bundle of fools.
We also talked about the voiceover being put on the people speaking English.
Yeah.
That happened a few times. And then the German people that were in the movie for a second that spoke had a German accent when no one else had an accent. So that was just a little strange.
It would have been funny if the
Yeah.
dubbing of the English person speaking was like, well, hey, y'all. Just like,
I would have loved that. I would have been like, oh my God.
Just superimpose cowboy hats.
and we touched on, because we see the president from the back, we never see their face, but I was like, should have been a black man. This isn't right. This was 2016, guys. Early 2016. Oh, God. The world was so much different back then.
It was so much brighter, so full of hope.
Damn. That's insane that we saw, like, we were here and it's changed a lot, guys.
A shit ton.
Help us.
However,
Help us.
it did make me think that one of the biggest learning curves in a job would be like prime minister or president. It's crazy that we switch every 4 years, hopefully, and to then be like, you have to learn this job that is, you are in charge of the country. You have to be like, oh, well, this is Bob in accounting. You have to know him, but hey, also, here are all the secrets.
I mean, especially for someone who has literally no experience.
Oh, yes. Which then makes me think, if you don't know how bureaucracy works, you should not be allowed in this position. It's fucking insane. Like, I would be Ulcer City if I had that job. I was Ulcer City when I was middle management at a middling
center.
company. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was funny. Not funny, haha, but like funny, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, man. Guys, I have ulcers.
And a vasectomy, don't forget.
Oh, please do not. Also, I have a cute-ass cat who made watching this movie very hard because he was hugging me the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
James
so
just kept
cute.
taking selfies with Frank.
Hey, and I'll post them, baby. I've already posted one.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one more note that I need to get out.
Oh, I have a bunch.
Okay, let's
What's
go.
up? You need to get out, and then you're gonna make.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I hope they continue with this design when they go on to the next Japanese Godzilla movie.
What do you mean?
I hope they keep this Shin Godzilla design or actually do a sequel.
They need to do a fucking They didn't really say that it wasn't happening. It just isn't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I know the director or directors said that they had ideas for it. They just need to wait after 2020 with the legendary films being done. But I thought I read that now that Toho is planning an expanded universe, they canceled Shin Godzilla 2.
I don't know.
Yeah, which sucks.
It's hard to say for sure.
Because I want to know what they would do with that.
Well, I don't know. Because I was like, this seems like I didn't know it like was going to come from his tail.
Yeah.
At first, I just saw pictures of like humanoid looking ones, which made me think of Big Guy and Rusty, which is a Jeff Darrow, Frank Miller comic book where it's like there's this big ass fucking monster and it like mutates people into like other monsters and then they just like end up like all merging into one fucking mass and it's super fucked up.
Gross.
And amazing.
Nice.
I think they should have pushed over Godzilla at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking it
Push
was
him
like
over.
a
He's in
horror
stone.
movie.
Push him over.
Yeah, when someone like gets that final blow on the killer and then they're like, oh, it's over. But then the killer like gets back up. I was like, yeah, you need to like finish him.
Go over and push him over. James said drill into his heart.
Yeah.
Something.
Do anything.
Knock another building onto him.
Just have an angry kid with a metal baseball bat just start hitting him.
You know how long that would take?
The kid's very angry.
I mean, he just has to go for one leg. You just got to off balance it a little bit, knock out those toes.
And then another kid can come along, start hitting him more. When I was a kid, there was this huge stump in my grandparents' backyard, and it was just decaying. And my brother and I would take baseball bats or like any like larger sticks and just smash it. We would just hit it for like an hour, constantly hitting it because we were allowed to. They said, "Yeah, we want this. We want this stump to break down. Just go out there and smack it." Frank's screaming now.
Yeah,
Because
he's pissed.
you messed with him. He
Oh,
was sitting here all calmly.
No, he was laying on your cord and it kept moving, and I was like, that might be affecting the recording. Corwyn's moving the cord right now, and we might not hear it now, but in the edit, I might.
I think I was doing that, not him,
Don't.
because I was patting him with my foot.
Oh, okay. So you're just upset that I moved him because you can't pet him now.
No, that's why he's screaming, because he was getting pets.
What? Okay, I'm confused, guys. Nicole, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Or Corwyn, what's up?
Oh,
Okay.
notes, I guess. Notes is what you're talking about.
Whoever's first.
The U.S. took all the samples. How? What? They took all the samples of Godzilla's blood? They just took them?
Maybe that's a real thing, that the U.S. government's really pushy in situations like this. I mean, not like this, but...
I mean, probably.
I don't know. I didn't catch that part of the. I didn't catch that
It
part.
was whenever they were first studying the samples from Godzilla, the like gill blood shit. The biology lady, I don't know what she was. The lady that was from the random dude's friend that they called in that was like, no, he can probably get on land. We don't know.
Daria grown up?
Yeah, Daria
Okay.
grown up. And then the other guy that was like the department or the cabinet head for that department was like, ignore her. He can't get on land. And then he was wrong.
Got
she
on
was
land.
right.
Nikki Jake.
What?
Oh, Corwyn went
I
from...
was explaining what that came from, the U.S. taking all the samples. It was like her talking about it when they were going over like, what made Godzilla tick? What's about him? All that stuff. She was like, I could use some samples. And then the guy was like, oh, well, the U.S. took them all.
Oh, okay.
She was... I mean, not... Corwyn was going from one thought to then explaining who the girl was, using a specific
Yes.
situation that was not the situation that we were talking about.
Correct.
That's why you're confused.
And thought the original question was who the girl was?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was explaining. Well,
We got
yeah,
it. We got it.
It's fine.
I'm still a little confused,
Nicole.
but okay.
Yeah, we got to get through.
But okay.
What are some more notes?
What's up, baby?
What up?
Not sure if they were being stereotypical. Okay, so you know the Japanese like representative for the US?
Yes.
The like hot lady. I was like, I'm not sure if they're stereotyping like that she's a lady or that she's from the US or both.
When she was like, I'm not good with Japanese honorifics. Can I be informal?
No, because she was just like she just looked very like materialistic, you know what I mean? Like very stylish, and was just like very like sassy kind of, and like, does that make sense?
This is what I think they were trying to do is...
But then, I mean, I kind of concluded that it was just like them, it was like a US thing.
I think it was a U.S. thing, definitely.
I was, you guys are right. I was thinking it was more of, since this is a political satire, of them saying like, oh, well, if you're a woman trying to get ahead in politics, this is like how you would have to dress and act.
No, I don't
I
think
saw it as it was the U.S. is kind of pushy and
Okay.
and like that. Which
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like we United States of America people in other countries are kind of pushy and
Yeah, you're over here wanting to push Godzilla over.
push him over.
Push him.
Push him over. I'm gonna shoot him with my musket. Give me a second.
Nicole's an angry kid.
Fuck.
Gonna hit him with a baseball bat.
So anyway, it put me off at first, but then I was like, no, I like this character. Because
Yeah.
she was like smart and badass, and like I really like how the political atmosphere, whatever, of like representation in movies and stuff. So I was kind of paying attention to like how the women roles were treated, and I think they did a really good job because like I said, like she was the prettiest one there, but she was also like very smart, very like confident.
Yeah.
And was like everyone like gave everyone their turn to talk and like listen to them. You know what I mean? Like everyone was treated very like equally.
Yeah, except those couple times in the beginning where the main guy and the Daria grown up, they said, "Hey, this is what we think it is," and then
The old people
are saying, "No, it's not," and then their point was validated. So then they're like, "Oh, okay, I guess we should listen to them that way."
I didn't really see it as that though, as like a sexism thing. I think it was just like them wanting to be optimistic.
I think it was a seniority, like an ageism thing, because they did mention later, especially whenever he did the informal department about the unidentified creature. Mm-hmm. They were like, no one, don't do seniority, things like that, all of that. And then later, when they were talking about the lady from the U.S., they were like, oh, she's, U.S. values performance more than seniority. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that's definitely what they were trying to comment on. Also, there weren't very many women roles, but all the women roles in it, they were pretty, they're pretty on it.
Yeah, there weren't a lot.
Minister of Defense one, she was pretty great.
And there was no love interest. Well,
there was a little bit of the love interest with the U.S. Department of Energy, Department of State Department, whatever girl that Nicole was talking about, and then the main dude.
Which, you could look at it that, or it could just be...
it could have went either way.
Yeah, it could just be friends also saying like, hey, we are going to use each other for political growth.
I just saw the romantic interest in her leaning up to him and being like, or I'm not good with Japanese honorifics. Can I go informal? Like the way she said that was definitely, I was like, oh, she's flirting.
Yeah.
With him. But that was the only moment of flirting we saw.
But there wasn't like a love story arc.
No. Which
is great. Do you have any more, or do you...
Any more what?
Notes.
Let me see.
Corwyn's looking at a mic stand, so I'm guessing he's good.
Oh, I'm out of... Yeah, okay. My last note was about the honorifics thing.
Because Corwyn was just kind of like moving like where you tighten this mic stand, and he's just
I was just poking it. I wasn't...
This is a heavy-duty mic stand.
I'm more like the texture is really fun here. So,
what's up?
I put that I liked. Okay, so in like the very original Godzilla, there's just that iconic scene of Godzilla with a train in his mouth.
Yes.
I wrote "Revenge of the Trains" because they just fill it with bombs and like ram them with them.
That's great. I feel there were a lot of CGI boats in this.
A lot of CGI trains and boats and airplanes.
Especially in the beginning with baby Godzilla going up the river. There was just all those. I just couldn't help but laugh at it because of the weirdness of the CGI that was done.
Yeah.
All these boats.
On the other hand, I thought it was done well.
I don't know. I honestly like rewatching some of these movies and stuff. I don't know, like this might be my favorite one.
It's definitely fun.
Between like an hour and 20 and an hour 40, some of that could have been cut for sure, but this is a fucking great movie.
I like it. And even though they did the like cliche, oh, we're going to try this weapon. Oh, we're going to try this weapon. We're going to try this weapon. It kind of added to the story and wasn't like really overdone.
Or just filler of...
And it really added to like, I was like, at one point, what was it? When like all the lights started shutting off.
Yeah.
I was like, this is legitimately like, this is scary. Yeah. Like that would be terrifying.
I was laughing at the weapon thing because they tried all the weapons and they didn't work. And then they were like, well, let's try to ask the Americans for help. And then they were like, oh, actually, the Americans are already on their way with self-bombers. They didn't care. They were just already on the way. They were like, nah, we're here.
They're like, oh, it can go on land and move really fast. It could come to America. Let's just blow it up here.
And the stealth bombers actually injured it enough that it did its little laser back. It's
freaking bleeding.
It's concert laser lights.
Which is
Pink Floyd laser lights.
Pink Floyd.
which usually
was
never
dope.
happens. The military rarely is the one to take down Godzilla in a way that would kill him. Because if they had gotten, maybe 10 more shots on him, he would have been donezo.
And there wasn't like a major self-sacrifice in this movie either, which is like sort of a signature.
Besides those HVAC or however you want to call
the union workers.
Yes, the union workers who were
with hazard
yeah,
pay.
but no, usually it's like
one person.
but then again, the prime minister did, but that wasn't really it. That was
It
just
wasn't a
like an
self-sacrifice, it was-
unfortunate
yeah.
event.
That was also like, hey, you will be safe in this helicopter. One scene later, helicopter gets blown up with everyone in it.
Yeah, and then you see the like main character. I guess you could call him the main character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Underground.
Him really like beating himself up for it because he's kind of like, I told him to go and he fucking died.
So,
Well, he also was like, you go in the helicopter, I'm going to go with my team on the ground. And all of his team lived. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
should have stayed on the ground.
The ground one was the more dangerous one, supposedly.
Well, they also weren't expecting him to shoot those spines.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Which there's an episode of the newest Sentai series, Rue Soldier. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. They steal those spine things from that. I don't know if that's in other Japanese folklore, but they straight up jacked that style.
The laser plasma back thing?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that in multiple things.
Maybe in a Jurassic Park.
I don't think in Jurassic Park.
Uh-oh.
but-
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know.
Because if they had that, the meteor that killed the dinosaurs, they could have just spined it. It would have been chunked into multiple things. It would have been fine.
No, that's not how that works.
We would have been like the land of the lost.
Also, there was like that blob of skin and they were like, it's reproducing. And then they didn't really say anything about it. Like,
yeah, they never went into that.
Because they left that for the sequel and I want to know.
Yeah, guys.
It spit out a whole blob that looked like a blob of eggs or
Because
something.
they're like, oh, you think Godzilla dead? Nah, son.
no,
just
no,
sleeping.
no. Hey, guys, would you recommend this movie
Yeah,
to people who like this type of stuff?
definitely.
Okay. Nicole.
That's just like a funny way of putting it. Like, would you recommend chocolate to people who like chocolate?
Oh, you like chocolate. That's a thing from my past. Don't ask me about it.
Yeah, I mean, we made Corwyn watch it.
Oh, yeah.
so-
Yeah, you chose this. Of course we would.
Yeah, I chose this.
Hey,
so
Corwyn.
yes, I have and I will.
Hey, Corwyn,
What's up?
what you got to plug?
I've got my show in July and August with Saltbox Theater Collective. I'm in Macbeth. I'm playing Angus. Come watch it.
Don't say it. This is theater of the
This
mind.
is not a theater. It's fine.
Of the mind.
Also, I'm in it,
It's
so it's
Hamlet that you can't say.
fine. No, it's Macbeth. You're not.
Oh, stop saying this.
say. So I'm in that. So
It's
come
the
see it. Also,
something in the shrew that you're not supposed to
Taming of the
say.
Shrew.
Oh, that is a real thing she was
Yeah.
referencing?
Taming of the Shrew. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a real show. It's also Shakespeare. So yeah.
Midnight Summer's Queen.
I'm on stage a lot, and I'm also growing out a big old beard for it. And I
Nice.
keep hitting the microphone with my beard hairs.
Oh, please stop it,
It's
Corwyn.
getting-
Oh no!
It's getting the microphone.
We'll get you a beard net.
For
Beard
Macbeth.
net for Macbeth.
Macbeth.
So that, and then also James and I do a podcast. This movie's gay. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Corwinning. That's my plugs.
Yeah, and we just finished up our Pride Month.
We just finished up recording all our Pride Month stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and also releasing. By the time this comes out.
By the time this comes
yeah.
out, yes, it will have been released and done.
We were doing, for each week in Pride, Corwyn said, let's do an L movie, a G movie, a B, and a T. Yes, we know there are more acronyms, but there's only 4 months in a
4
week.
weeks in the month.
Nailed it.
Yeah, baby.
And we, as always, will continue watching queer movies.
Yeah.
Or things, because we've also watched some TV.
Yeah, and also, guys, please stop recommending one specific movie
They
that
can still recommend it. We'll watch it eventually, but
We
we just have
will.
other things to watch.
just know that we'll take it into consideration.
Just know that they're still gonna do it. So.
Yes, someday.
No, I mean like I'm saying it to you like they're still gonna
Oh
recommend
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
Oh okay.
whether or not you tell them to or not.
Yeah. It's Nightmare on Elm Street too, guys.
Oh,
Nicole.
oh my god. Okay, at work, you know how like on a internet browser there's like the bookmarks bar and
Yes.
you can like label,
Yes.
you can like change the name of the bookmark or whatever.
Yes.
There was one, I was at work and I like pulled up the thing and I was like, what the fuck is nightmare butt? So I clicked on it. It was just like a gif of a possessed towel. So it's literally just like a floating towel just like smacking someone's naked butt
Which is from that movie.
from that movie, yes. And I was like, this is why I work here.
Nicole,
It's great.
what you got to plug?
What do I have to plug? Oh, you don't even know. I have darlinghomebody.com, babies. You can buy shit that I make, like my hot garbage iron-on patch, and read Crumb Bums, the comic written by James, drawn by me,
Yeah.
and mostly sketch and Sentai, where we draw Gorma monsters.
Yeah.
And you can get those designs on Redbubble and our logo on Redbubble.
Yeah.
On like shirts and whatever. Redbubble.com. What else? Oh, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook is at Darling Homebody.
Yeah, hey guys, we want to give a huge thank you to Two Grapes. Yeah, Kayla, thank you so much for donating enough money for us to buy an AC unit. We're going to be getting that in here soon because we think it's going to start heating up. If you'd like to donate because you love our shows and whatnot, or if you'd like to find more information about my other shows, baby, such as This Movie's Gay,
Yeah.
What the Hell Mouth, or Hit It and Crit It. Also, my rap music, Marsh, Land, Monster. You can go to mlmpod.com. You can find links to listen to all of those free downloads of all of my CDs. You don't have to pay anything. Also, donate. There's a donate button on there. We'll give you a shout out. Yeah. Also, since Kayla donated enough to buy that AC unit, I'm writing her a rap song.
Haha. Do you know what our next goal is?
Our next goal...
I mean, you don't, if you haven't figured it out.
I really need a new computer, but I think I'll just buy that through my own funds.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I
And then
think-
we'll
Or,
talk
you know,
about it.
whatever. Just donate because you think we're dope.
Yeah, I really do. You got a drill, Corwyn?
What?
Okay, never mind.
That's such a weird question. And you're like disappointed he didn't know what you're talking about.
I want to make some DIY acoustic panels. So I think that will be the next one, which is
Is that
very
why you
cheap.
asked if I had a drill?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll
just
take that as a no.
Just get a rug for the floor.
Well, yeah, that will definitely help out.
No, I don't have a drill. I borrow my drill from people.
Yeah, one of the Hit It and Crit It guys do, I think. All right, anything else?
I realized that when you pointed at me after This Movie's Gay, I should have went, yas, instead of just going, yeah.
I'm
but
fine
with-
whatever.
Nah.
It's fine.
Nas.
Nah.
Oh, also, listen to my Godzilla CD, King Kaiser X. I'm sampling Godzilla, which I sampled a soundtrack thing from Shin Godzilla. For
yeah.
Black Angel. That's the name of the song. I think my name's Ben James.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm Nicole.
I think I'm Corwyn.
And we've been on the road to Viridian City.
I thought you were Road to G-Fest.
Hey, we switched it up. Bye-bye.
Oh.
See you guys later. Bye.
I like to look at my levels.
I like to look at my levels. I want to see where I am. James is going to be recording this. And he's going to be like, Corwyn, you're too loud all the time. No, don't turn me down. I'll be...
No, don't turn it down.
Don't turn me down.
No.
I'm going to be too low now.
Oh, that's going in a blooper track.
Oh, God.
All right.
Solo.
Now we're good, I believe. Or Corwyn, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Corwyn's good. It's not going to pop.
Oh, it's driving me
It's
insane.
It's going in a
too
blooper
embedded.
track.
Too embedded.
I gotta get out those juices in me.
It feels like it looks like one of those that you have to like stick your hand into your mouth and like push it in. I don't know if that sounds right. It sounds like a thing.
It's like I'm just gonna mess with it until it's just like there's a scab around it, but it's still there in the center.
It'll in like 2 days it'll be there ready for you to pop, and then you'll pop it or try to pop it and it won't really do anything. It'll just kind of be there, and then
my God,
a
that
couple
makes
days
me
after
so
that
anxious.
you're
I
gonna be able to
hate
pop
it.
it.
I'm ready when you
Does
are.
anyone have like Hello Kitty Band-Aids I could put
Oh, why?
over
So you could be
it?
like Nelly?
Sure, I don't know who that is.
Oh, my.
Are you I don't know.
The rapper who always had a Band-Aid on him?
I was unaware
that
of
a
that.
thing?
Oh, for real? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nelly's notoriously known for having a Band-Aid on. Probably through his like first 3 albums, that was his style.
Are you sure it was his style and he didn't just have like a pimple that
No,
was way underneath there?
I think it was for like the loss of a friend or something. It was like having a teardrop tattoo without making the commitment.
That's cute. But was it
Oh.
like skin tone or was it like
They didn't have skin tone band-aids
cool
back then.
ones?
Oh, no, it was like a white colored.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
What's up?
This is your intro.
Oh, we're doing it now?
Yeah.
I think that's a real laugh. This whole episode, we're just going to guess whether or not his laugh is real.
That one was real. That one was real because of the straight up silence and heavy breathing into the mic.
Just waiting for me to start it without telling me that we can start now.
I know I did. And then you guys started talking about Nelly.
You brought up Nelly. We don't know who that
'Cause
is.
you
Actually, we do.
fucked
I
up
know
country
who
the
Nelly is.
grammar.
whole like equation of the podcast. You
Hey.
fucked it up.
Well, it's because it's your
So
you
it's your
picked the
fault.
movie. Nelly did It's Getting Hot in Here. Gonna take
I'm
off
aware
all
of who
my
Nelly
clothes.
is. I've heard that name before. I just was unaware that he wore band-aids on his face.
I think he had a double album called Sweat and Sweet. I'm pretty sure it's not sweet. It's Sweat and I think Hot.
It's just sweat and sweat.
Oh, why not?
So okay. So I'm just
Starting.
saying the thing.
Yeah. And then you say, my name's Nicole and I'm James. Then you'll say, and this is.
So weird. All right. Tokyo, get wrecked. I'm Nicole.
And I'm James.
And this is
Moso.
I didn't know if you were doing Road to G Fest or
Oh,
what.
yeah. Oh, fuck. You're right. Okay, we got to take it over.
See, this is why I'm like, why are you making me do this?
I forgot.
I don't know
that.
what the fuck you want from me.
He was gonna say mostly speaking
And-
Sentai.
I know.
And then we go, and
I'm
we're
like,
on
is
the
that
road to
what we're doing, or
Viridian City.
are we doing G Fest or
G-Fest.
something?
Wait, are we doing G-Fest or Viridian City?
I don't fucking know, man.
You're the one who always says Viridian City, so I just want to make sure.
Make sure
Isn't that Pokemon?
ass.
Yeah, no, but it's a whole thing. Let's not
I
get
just like
into
to
it.
fuck it up because it's funny.
Okay, so we're going to
Same.
say, and we're on the road to G-Fest, baby.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Tokyo. No. Tokyo, get wrecked. I'm Nicole.
Pause.
Okay, I'm just not gonna look at you. I'm gonna look.
And I won't look at
I'm
you.
gonna look over here. Tokyo. Tokyo, get wrecked. I'm Nicole,
And I'm James.
and this is.
No. God. No. It's. And we're on the road to. Okay, I'll do the and. I'll do the and. Okay, I will do the and. Okay, let's.
No, I got this.
Okay.
How long has it been recording?
It's now at 6 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful.
There we go. 6.5 minutes in.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Demon never goes insane. He maintains his intelligence. He knows exactly what he's doing. And when he's driven you to an early grave, he'll find another place to go to.
Your organs are caloric, I am morbid with the trouble tasting horrid metamorphic states you crumbled under muscle weight. I'm scoring with a roaring and a rumble that the rumble makes asphyxiating 60 grades restricted from a double bass. Ghidorah times 2, peep this horror kaiju. I'm Pandora to explore, see my aura binds you. This torrid rhymes loose with a morbid mind to speak the Torah of Gomorrah to restore the tried true. A servant to the devil, yo, I'm more than Mephistopheles, a person, I'm a vessel, so you know you're never stopping me. Determined I am mentally deterrent to the cabin. These sermons say successfully summon several rotten beasts. I'm waiting to enact hateful plagues to walk the tag. Faithful sage, burning what slag, gateful drinks to make the mass mangle. More the charred autumn with this rages it exact. Strangle morning star is falling and mutated to a black angel. I'm the demon breathing sin inside the monastery. Infant, I'm the negrate who was genocide and fawn and fairy skin. Indifferent inmates in the prison of your piss fake. I sacrifice a man of light, trying to rise the dawn of Aries. See, I'm ending and ascending to my perfect form. A serpent with a certain thorns of murder to these cursed horns of virgin. But the first is born the will of right decisions. I kill with slice incisions for the zeal of Christ is risen. No, I'm up in my cave for my only stuck in your name. Battle the ghost, mucking your fate with pockets of posy. Stuck in your fate and murder the hoes. They Satan is one, destroying you slowly, making the fuss. I'm making your nose bleed. Right 32 buzz when it's enough, like a rotate. Destroy you, then destroy you with the full reset to side of things. Killing the exilians. Horror's what this restoration is for her imprisoned in the draw. The god imposter sings. Lucifer is risen and evolved into the monster king.